Hey guys, I'm Jason the X, and this is my review of Birds of Prey. Now, I've made no secret I did not like Margot Robbie's depiction of Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad, and it didn't work for me. That being said, I loved her depiction of Harley Quinn in this movie. Yes, and I went into this movie already. This is not the Birds of Prey I want. I am a big fan of the comic as it was introduced by writer Gail Simone, and that's the movie I wanted. Black Canary Huntress, maybe some Oracle thrown in there at some point. What we're getting is a Harley Quinn movie with the Birds of Prey name attached to it. And I knew that going in, so already we can get that out of the way. Yes, I didn't get what I wanted. Oh well, you don't always get what you want. All that aside, Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, and that is the last time I will say that during this review, is a good movie. Now, I am giving this review post-weekend, and it said it's had a disappointing turnout in the theaters. I think 33 million, that's not a lot. And it does not deserve that. This is actually a decent movie. I know. This R rating is going to chase away a lot of people. A lot of younger fans who probably could have gone to see the superhero movie, they're not going to be able to see it. What I will give this movie some flack for, it tries really hard to be Deadpool, and it's not a Deadpool movie. I know the R rating, the edginess, the cursing, sometimes it seems forced. There are other times, I love it. I laughed, I popped for it. It was great. But there are other times it's forced. And I question, could this movie have done better with a PG-13 rating? I don't know. I don't think I would have wanted to see it at a PG-13 rating, but I think it would have maybe helped in the sales a bit. Story-wise, this flows really good. There are parts that I had a problem with the flow, but it plays more into the Harley Quinn character and how fractured she is. There's not really any lulls. I enjoyed pretty much every bit of this movie. There are little parts here and there where, well, I don't even want to say that. I don't even want to say there were little bitty parts. The story was good and it flowed well. I thoroughly enjoyed everyone that played this part because everyone was really good at the parts they played. And I'll get into the characters now. So first off, Margot Robbie, she's funny. She is legit funny in this movie. I laughed out loud at some of the things she was doing. And it's such a difference in how I perceived her during Suicide Squad. Yes, there is a lot of narration from Harley, and that's where I get into that Deadpool thing going here. But the way she does it is well done, and I liked it. It's not, and I'm sorry I made the comparison to Deadpool just because that's the only other hero that I know that does the narration of everything that's going on. But she does it well. And this movie goes out of its way to get away from the Joker. And I don't know if that's more of a stab at Jared Leto, but they don't really reference his look for Joker. Anytime we see it, it's old school Joker. So, little bit of shade thrown? I don't know. But Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn was pretty good in this movie. I do want to see her in a Harley Quinn type costume because most of the time we see her in the movie, she is just in something that's very colorful, very kind of wacky. I would like to see her in something, and you do at one point of the movie. I'll give them that. But as far as Harley, I would like to see her geared up in something that is more definitive with the character. Moving on to characters, Jumi Smollett-Bell as Dinah Lance is probably my favorite character in this movie. She is a very intense actress. I cannot express this enough. When she is on the scenes where she's singing, it's very just intense, and I love her facial expression. She has the qualities that I want in a Dinah Lance character. She's very strong, very forward, and at times very powerful. The fighting that she does in the movie is great. I love it. I love the fight because you see her doing a lot of her own stunts. I know she was trained by one of the stunt actors I follow on Instagram. But anyway, it was very good. Jumi is a gem of this movie, and I can't wait to see more of her as Dinah Lance in the DCEU. Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Helena Bertinelli, or Huntress. I really liked her. She was so angry and just a badass in the movie. Like a true badass. And the only thing I'll say is we didn't get a lot of her character. We really don't get a lot of her until almost halfway through this movie. We get little bits and pieces of her. But also they found a way to put some humor on this character where Huntress can be a little not able to carry her own title like in the comics, but she's a necessary character, and I liked her. Just maybe a little bit, maybe sprinkle a little bit more Huntress on there. Rosie Perez as Renee Montoya was perfect, just perfect. I won't even say anything. I like Rosie Perez, and I might be a bit biased on this, but she plays a perfect burnt out GCPD cop, and I could see her, if they were to go further with her, maybe evolving her into another character that we've seen in the comic books. I could definitely see her playing the Question later on. Rosa Perez was a gem in this movie, and yeah, I like her. Ella J. Basco as Cassandra Cain. Now, here's where I have a problem. Now, look, Ella J. does a good job in this movie. Her acting and the character she plays are very good. She's funny. She gets her moments in the film. I disagree with her being called Cassandra Cain, and that is where I will limit my criticism. I disagree with they pinned that name on her, because I want that character like we saw in the comics. Yes, you don't always get what you want. On this one, I really wanted a Cassandra Cain, like a Black Bat version. She was good. I don't think they should have stuck that name on her. She was funny at moments, and yeah, that's where I'm gonna end my criticism. Yeah, and her character is a bit cliche. Tough kid from the streets, kind of a pickpocket, gets into trouble, needs to be rescued. Yeah, but she could have been any name. Not necessary to call her Cassandra Cain. But Ella J. Basco did a great job with her acting, on-screen presence. I liked her. That's my only criticism. Ewan McGregor as the Black Mask. He is so over the top and crazy. I love it. It's Ewan McGregor. Who am I? I cannot bash Ewan McGregor over here. No, I'm just kidding. He did a good job. He was playing a really over-the-top character. When he gets angry, he's all screaming, a bit pouty and whiny, but still dangerous, and honestly, quite sick in the damn head. Oh yeah, this character, he plays the Black Mask perfectly. He is sick and twisted, and man, he nailed it. And the other villain in the movie is Chris Messina as Victor Zsasz. Now, if you don't know Victor Zsasz from the comics, he is a serial killer who every time he kills somebody makes a little mark on himself to, remember that he killed that person. I guess, he's crazy. What do you want from me? He's the Black Mask kind of number 2, which is a lot more expansion of that character, because in the comics, he's basically a killer. And Batman keeps stopping him, put him in jail, and then the guy gets out. But yeah, he is the Black Mask number 2, and he nails that scary kind of psychopath character. So kudos to Chris Messina. You did a good job playing Victor Zsasz, and yeah, I could have seen him as the villain outright of the movie, but he served his purpose well and did a great job on it. Now, I have seen the criticism where people wanted Harley in one of her more iconic costumes, and yes, I do want that in a sense as well. But nobody is wearing anything iconic in this movie, and I honestly think the colors and the presentation that were chosen are very good. It works for this type of movie. There's a lot of dark in here, and Harley is very colorful. And honestly, if you look at a lot of the characters, except for maybe, Helena's character, she wears a lot of purple and blue, so there's a lot of color. It's not just dark and dark. This is a Harley Quinn movie. It's light, it's funny, it's airy. So I think the colors and the costuming worked well for it. And as far as the action scenes, once again, shout out to all the stunt people that made this movie great, because when they're doing their thing on screen, it looks really good and it keeps you into the movie. So yeah, shout out to the stunt people. You done good, and yes, you deserve your own award show. Or at least your own award. Now, I am shooting this review post-weekend, and it is a disappointing showing at the theaters. I do think the R rating turned a lot of people off. And is it necessary in this movie? Yeah, it needs an R rating because a lot of things are said and done in this movie. But there are times I kind of wonder, could we have had a PG-13 movie, which would have maybe improved the turnout of people going to watch this movie? I'm not sure. I don't know what the answer is there. This is definitely not a kid's movie. Don't take your kids to see this movie. Your kids should absolutely not see this movie. But I question if a PG-13 would have gotten more people out there to watch the movie. Are there times that the R rating, the edginess is a bit forced? Yeah, there is. But that is the director's vision, and that's what they wanted to go for. And I liked it as it was presented. I'm merely saying, could this have improved the box office turnout for this movie? I don't know the answers to that, but if you're an adult, I think you should actually go see this movie because it's very good. Plain and simple, it is good. So my final review for this movie, because it was a surprise hit for me and I wasn't that big on it, I did want a Birds of Prey movie, like with them, not Harley thrown in there. But as a Harley Quinn movie, this is actually pretty good, and it got to introduce one of my favorite comic properties. So on that, on a scale of 5, I give this movie a solid 3.8 because I did enjoy it and I would watch it again. So there's my review of The Birds of Prey and what the hell, I'm just going to say it, the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. It's a good movie. I think you should go see it, and I enjoyed it. Anyway, guys, I'm Jason the X. That's my review. If you didn't like it or have a different opinion, you know what the comment section is. It's down there at me. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.